Merry Christmas, everyone! Christmas is one of my favorite times of year because you just can't beat the sweets, the family, and the cuddle weather. And one of my favorite Christmas traditions revolves around the Christmas tree. So I'm going to introduce a fun observational activity all about the Christmas tree. Hey there, Mainstream Mamas! My name is Danielle, the founder and CEO of Make Them Mainstream, helping parents and educators just like you empower young females through STEM. Every Wednesday, I talk about an influential female in STEM, and every Thursday, I talk about female STEM education, or we do fun STEM activities just like this. Yesterday, I talked about Dr. Hope Jarin, a geologist and a soil scientist. She studies plants, trees, and seeds, so I thought that it would be fitting to do a Christmas tree activity in honor of her. I probably love the whole Christmas tree experience because it's one of my grandma's favorite traditions as well. And the Christmas tree isn't just about the decorating. It goes all the way back to when we're planning on getting the tree. When we would finally go to cut down our tree at a local Christmas tree farm, sometimes it would take hours finding the perfect one. But that was part of the fun because I remember going there and just feeling like I was in a forest and just wanting to get lost. I would run around all of the trees and stop at the tallest ones to inspect them. I'd call my grandma over and she'd have to inspect it too because the tree had to be perfect. And I love the Christmas tree, but I hate throwing it out. So I wanted to create an activity that would maybe make it a little bit easier to part with the tree at the end of the season. We can prepare for the end of the holiday season and the sad departure of the tree by tracking the tree's life throughout the month. Now, obviously, you are going to need a live tree in order to do this, but this is a fun activity that will teach your child about a tree's life cycle, about decay, and about why it's important to get rid of the tree at the end of the season. So let's talk about the Christmas tree life cycle so we can understand what your tree is going to be going through. Trees start out as these tiny little seedlings. And remember in yesterday's video with Hope Jarin, she was telling us about how seeds are these almost impossible things. And these seedlings come from the cones of adult trees. And in order for those seeds to grow up into beautiful big pine trees, they need a lot of sunlight. Sunlight provides trees with the nutrients that they need in order to grow. Sunlight is trees' food. And once the tree is planted, it'll take 6 to 10 years in order for it to grow to full maturity. The trees are tended to rigorously for the first year of their life. After that, for the next 2 to 3 years, they'll be generously shaped into their beautiful cone shapes. After pine trees have grown to their full Christmassy potential, they are harvested and then collected for sale during November. After the tree is cut down, it starts to decay. This is when the changes we are going to be looking at starts happening. So if you can, it's so fun to go out and cut down your own Christmas tree. It really adds to the whole Christmas tree experience. But if you're going and picking it out from a lot, make sure to give it a fresh cut before bringing it home. This fresh cut will allow the tree to be able to reabsorb water again. And as soon as you bring your Christmas tree home, put it into a tree stand with fresh water. Science has a lot to do with research, and that's why I provided you with a little bit of background information so you and your young scientists can understand more about Christmas trees. But I go into even more detail about the Christmas tree life cycle and how you can observe it even further on makethemmainstream.com. Science has a lot to do with research, but it also has a lot to do with observation. In fact, observation is the very first step in the scientific method and in the engineering design process. This activity aims to increase observational skills, and observational skills are very important for effective curiosity. So use this activity to have some Christmas fun and boost their observational skills while you have your Christmas tree in your home. This is what you're going to do. Every day that you have your Christmas tree, either in the morning, after school, or right before bedtime, have your young scientist make observations about the tree. Picking a consistent time is extremely important because this will allow the data to have more meaning. If you check the tree at different times, the information that you collect won't be as uniform. Another great skill for them to have in their scientific tool belt. In order for your young scientists to document their findings, have them draw a picture or explain what they see, smell, and feel each day. This also helps them work on their communication skills, and as we know, communication skills are so important for anything they decide to do, even if it's outside of the STEM fields. This activity might seem simple. I mean, all you're really doing is observing your Christmas tree, but it is packed full with so much that your young scientist is going to need in their STEM future. Not only are they developing their observational skills, they're learning about research, curiosity, communication, and life cycles. It's a whole bunch of stuff wrapped into one small, simple activity. And that's the beauty of STEM. It doesn't have to be complex equations or fancy lab equipment. It can be right here, right now, in your home and in your classroom. So I hope you have so much fun observing with your young scientists, and it gets you even more into the Christmas spirit. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you have a great day, you keep discovering, you keep being curious, and happy learning.